Dooby-dooby-dooby-dow. I said support, straight, say smile to me. I said support, straight, say smile. Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Lori Hicks, your voice coach for the day, and this is the 5S Vocal Method. I said support, straight, say smile to me. I said support, straight, say smile. All right. Hello, hello, hello. That's enough of that. All right. Hello and welcome. Thank you all for joining us, joining me. I see some familiar names. I don't see faces right now, but I want to thank you guys for coming back and also see some new people. So I want to again welcome you. This is the Monday night masterclasses from the 5S voice method. And I'll be going over a few tips initially, and then there's some things I kind of wanted to talk to you guys or put you, what do I want to say? Or, guys about. As we are moving into this next month, I have something exciting that I'm working on, and I would love for you all to participate in that. And let's, young man here. All right. We have one more coming in. All right. Welcome, welcome. I am going to go ahead and start sharing my screen. If you have ever heard of, how many of you have heard of, and you can drop this in the chat as well, has heard of the 7 habits of highly effective people? And yes, Stephen Covey. And it's something that, in my business coachings and things like that, I've been getting familiar with. And I just started thinking, okay, well, that's pretty cool. Now, how about 5 habits for highly effective voices? So that's what we're going to talk about today. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Where is it? PowerPoint. Here we go. All right. So, go back. Go back. Y'all got the whole goods already. All right. Can you all see that? All right. So with the 5S vocal method, I talk about the 5 habits that really set you up for singing success or vocal success. And that first habit is that support, being proactive in your support. Now, in support, I'm talking about not just your breath, but mind, body, and breath. Okay. With the mind, what are we telling ourselves? What messages, good or bad, do we think about our voices? What do we say to ourselves when it comes to our voices? And I talk about myself. I use myself as an example. There are times when a high note or a certain phrase is causing me difficulty. I say, oh, my voice won't do that, or my voice doesn't go that high, and things like that. Messages like that can hinder our progress. So being able to think win-win, which is one of the habits of highly effective people, but think about and be proactive in how you're setting up your mental support and what you're doing vocally. And then with your body, with your alignment, I've been working a lot and work with singers a lot, or vocalists, excuse me, on that posture and that alignment. And so often, especially when we go to sing, some trained performers do know how to stand straight and align their bodies when they're singing, but often their daily habits, when we're sitting at the computer, when we're, doing our daily driving in the car, all these other types of things, those posture habits have an effect on our singing habits as well, or our use of or protection of our voices. So being more mindful and thinking and paying more attention to what we're doing on a regular basis with our alignment, with our posture, and how that can translate into our singing. So the support of the mind, support of the body, and of course of the breath, and knowing just how you want to produce that air, how you need to take in that air. And of course, my balloon. Okay, here we go. So I talk a lot about, the lungs in my program, which I'll tell you about soon. But, we breathe in our lungs. And I don't know if any of you have heard teachers say, breathe from your diaphragm, use your diaphragm. But we can't actually breathe in the diaphragm. We breathe in the lungs, and the lungs are sort of like balloons, and they fill up with air. And our goal as the air leaves our body, or as we are using the air, is to keep the shape of the balloon, to keep the lung as round and as buoyant as long as possible. But if we fill up the lungs and then press to in a forceful way, or we squeeze on that breath, then it doesn't allow for efficient air use. So just being mindful of how the air is set up, how the air, how we inhale, or where the air lives, and how we want to use that air when we go to support the breath. So number one would be proactive support. And the second habit would be they would know their strength. So many times when we are the strength of the voice, the control of the voice, many times we're using muscles that do not allow for efficient dynamic control or efficient air use. So knowing where that strength comes from in the lower register, it might come from a different area than in the upper register. So what power do we need to work all the way through and get the strength that we need in the low notes, high notes, loud, soft, all those things. And we want to make sure that we're not powering from the chest muscles, that we're powering from the abdominals. And when you get into the program, I go into all those details and go and give you exercises for that. But if you are building up your strength, you want to know where that comes from, and it needs to come from the abdominal muscles. The number 3 habit would be they would optimize their space. So if you understand the shape of the voice, and I love to use this analogy all the time, the shape of the voice track, of the vocal track. Now I've used the straw a few times, but it is, when you pull the straw out and you bend it, it has that shape of a bendy straw almost. So that shape comes through here, and knowing how to optimize the space that the voice has to travel through, so that you can project, you can get full range, you can, again, control that sound. But this really is just the airway, the pipeway that the voice needs to function. So all of the control of the breath comes from the abdominal, and the space helps to direct the air and the sound to get the voice sound that we want. So that's number 3, to optimize their space. The 4th habit would be to maintain the smile. And the smile in singing is not always like this. It is often on the inside, the inner smile, the lift on the inside, that helps us in resonance, that helps in projection, that helps in accessing your range. So I know it's no secret when we watch singers and they go up for a high note, and you see those cheekbones go up as high as they can go. So maintaining that smile, even in the low pitches, because that inner lift is going to keep the air pressure kind of equalized, so that the voice doesn't get too heavy, and that you can continue to produce sound on the breath. That a smile or that lift can also translate into the soft palate, which is the space in the back of the mouth. So we want to make sure that we're optimizing that space and that we are directing the air and the sound into the smile so that we can project the voice, we can access our full range. It's not just for the high notes, it can also be used for the low notes. So we can use them for the full extension of the range, maintaining the smile. So that's the fourth habit. And the fifth habit would be seek to submit. And when I talk about submit, I'm talking about submitting to what the voice needs, paying attention to how the voice feels, the vocal health, the conditions surrounding you when you are presenting, the conditions of the hall, conditions of the weather, how you are feeling internally. Maybe you're not feeling 100% and you need to know how to submit to make the adjustments necessary to continue to produce a healthy tone, a healthy sound, or know when just to be quiet. Sometimes that submission is the hardest, but it is necessary, especially if you're feeling fatigued, if you have additional performances or presentations coming up and you need to carve out time when you can rest. The submit would also be submitting to the message, because whether you're a singer or a whether you're a singer or a speaker, the message is paramount. So the voice is the vehicle that is going to transfer or translate the message to everyone. Now, everyone may not remember everything you say. They may not remember everything you did, but they will remember how you made them feel. So knowing exactly what message you want to communicate often allows the voice to be free, allows the voice to do what it needs to do, and to affect the audiences in the way that we want to. And another form of submitting would be submitting to the process of 1 through 4, is submitting to the support needed, the strength needed for the sound, the space, and the smile. So when you take the time to establish that process and put those key fundamentals in place, your voice is able to function at its best, and you're able to just allow it to let it go. Many times I'll tell my students, just stop thinking, just go, just sing, because sometimes we can get in our own way and we need to just submit to what's happening and the gift that God has given us. So our 5 habits of highly effective voices. Number 1, proactive support. Number 2, know your strength. Number 3, optimize your space. Number 4, maintain your smile. Every time I say that, I smile. And number 5, seek to submit. And I want to tell you really quickly, let me come out of the share. I want to tell you really quickly that if I haven't told you this already, I am working on a vocal program, and it's a vocal conditioning program, the 5S vocal method, and it's a 5-day boot camp. And I will be launching that in this next month. And those of you who have been participating in the Masterclass and joining the 5S group, I'd like to offer you an introductory price. So once all of that is up and loaded, I will definitely be communicating that with you all. But mainly it is a testing stage that we're in. So I'd love to get feedback from you and know, what exercises helped you, what you might need more of. And each one of these S's is how I have set up the program. So you have exercises, a lecture and a lesson, and exercises on your support, exercises on strength, on the space, the smile, and of course the submit. So this would not be a program to teach you how to sing. And I think I know everyone that's in here, and you already have a background in vocal training. this would be, you know, for those of us who we haven't had access to a teacher, we haven't been consistent in our practicing, and we're continuing to sing. So we need some things to kind of help us stay in shape vocally. So that's what this program is for. Again, it's only 5 days, but you can continue to do the exercises and things, set up your own exercise program and workout program for your voice, and continue to use these exercises into the future. So Rod will drop the 5S. Yes, please join the 5S method group. And that is where I will announce when the program is launching. I wanted a small group, a group of, you know, vocal professionals and, you know, serious vocalists to take part in this first trial run. So I would really love if you all would join the group so I can communicate with you all. And then I'm also creating sort of a community where, you know, things that I'm thinking of or clips that I come across that talk about vocal health. I love sharing that with the group, as well as the exercises that I'm coming up with on a weekly basis. So that is the lecture portion of the masterclass. And we are going to jump into the singing portion of the masterclass. And Erin will be our first singer. Yay, Erin. Hi. How are you, darling?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. I am great. Good to see you. All right. So what are you going to be singing? Oh, you're supposed to tell us something, right? You're supposed to tell us.
I'm like, am I?
Rod, what are they supposed to say?
Hi, Aaron.
Good.
Tell us your name, where you're from, what kind of singing you do, and then let us know what you're gonna sing.
Okay. Okay. So hi, my name is Erin. I am in Houston, Texas. What is the rest? I already forgot.
What kind of singing you do on a regular basis?
Oh. Okay. So normally I sing. Lately I've been singing a lot of classical, but I've been working with my teacher, and I want to kind of get back into gospel and pop. Well, not really pop, like R&B.
Crossover. Yeah.
So that's where I thought I was going when I started my music degree, and then I fell in love with opera. So I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Okay. Well, no, don't back up. Just add to. Just add to.
So I wanted to sing. It's called "You Did It All" by Richard Smallwood. It wasn't a big number in anything. It was like track number 85 on you know,
Okay.
how that works.
Okay. All right, take it away. I'm gonna mute.
Lord, you love me before I even love myself. Your loving arms reached out for me. You said, don't worry, 'cause I'll be there when there's no one else, no one else. I'm everything that you need. You cared for me. You set me free. You gave your life on Calvary. You did it all for me.
I do remember that. Yes, that's a throwback. That's a throwback. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so where do you feel like the voice is placed in this style of singing?
I feel like I'm trying to keep the vibrations here,
Okay.
but I like in that spot where I have to like switch over. I feel like I used to be able to do something, and I don't remember what that was.
Okay, can you point to where you feel the voice is sitting in that in what you just sang? Like somewhere.
I don't know.
Sing, you did it all. Sing again. Sing that part again.
You did it all. So maybe up here.
Up in here?
Yeah, but not like,
Okay. Can we try here? Can you speak the first set of words? I can't remember what they were.
Lord, you love me.
Yes. So can you speak those words just like this? Lord, you love me.
Lord, you love me.
Yes. What else does he do?
Before I even loved myself.
Before I even loved myself.
Before I even loved myself.
So you're getting used to the voice feeling like it's right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then just say, you did it all for me.
You did it all for me.
You feel how all wants to go, oh, you
Yes.
did it all for
You
me.
did it all for me.
So can you sing that, just that one?
Whoa.
Yeah, think about how you said it. You.
You did it all for me.
So when you came, you did it. It started to pull down there. You did it all. You did all. So when and that's a break in the voice, which is natural. But as you're going through that, it helps me to lean more into the mask or into the cheeks as I go through the breaks. So you did it all. You did it. Said you did it. You did it all. Try that.
You did it all for me.
Did it feel smoother for you? More connected. Okay, go back to the first phrase.
Lord, you love me.
Sure.
Okay. Now I have to think about it. Lord, you love me before I even loved
So
myself.
even as you move, for I love, just lean into the mask.
Lord, you love me before I even loved
If you were watching yourself, I see you going for I instead of before I even love. Before I even, and you don't have to kiss it so much because we do that in opera.
Yeah.
But if you want, you still want it to feel a little bit open, not too much spread, but it points kind of right here instead of like this. It points like this, in my opinion. Try it again.
Lord, you love me before I even loved myself.
Yes. Did you feel it?
Yes.
Did y'all hear it? Yes. Okay, good. So yeah, that leaning into that, it probably sounds crazy in your head. But what you have to pay attention to, of course, is the connection. We already know that from our studies. But is it connected? Is it staying in the placement all the way through? Because if you're starting, Lord, you love me, and then and you're bouncing back and forth, that's just going to tire you out.
Mm-hmm.
So just leaning in there, it may feel more pinched than you're, of course, you're used to. But as you start to project the belt, it'll come all from right there instead of and not saying that's what you did, but as you develop, as you do more and more gospel, if you can project that belt right from there, and I hope I didn't hurt anybody's eardrums, but as you project right from there and then power the airflow going through that pinched placement. I don't like to use the word pinched, but that's how it feels. That's how it feels.
Here. It's up here.
It doesn't pinched here. Yeah, it's not pinched here. It's pinched here.
Yes. And that's how I tell my students to practice feeling that pinch. You can talk just like that, okay? And do all the words, Lord, you love me, and even love myself.
And just really get used to everything pouring out from right there, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for coming back. I'm glad you're feeling better this time.
Yay.
All right. Who's next? Tasha. I didn't know who Genesis was. Come off mute, hun. Uh-oh.
Yeah, with the kids doing all this NTI, I have to always check to see who's logged in. And so she was
It's like, you know what?
she was the last person.
Girl. Hello, darling. How are you?
Good.
See you. All right, give us the whole spiel. Tell everyone who you are, where you're from, and what kind of singing you do, or using of your voice, because we have speakers as well, and what you're going to use today.
Well, I'm Tasha Hatchett. I live here in Louisville, Kentucky. I know Dr. Lori because we went to school together. I typically, okay, so I'm classically trained, and I teach classical music, but I've recently re-entered the performance arena in musicals, doing musicals. So, which is a new thing for me. And so I originally came to Dr. Lori because I have trouble belting. And so the song that the role that I got right before COVID-19 is a big belt role. So I needed, so I'm gonna sing the
Your sound
portion of that song that gives me the most trouble.
Your sound is a little choppy. So yeah, I just want to make sure it doesn't chop up while you're singing. It didn't start off that way though.
Okay, I'm not sure. How's it now?
It's good.
How is it now?
It's fine.
Are we okay?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll sing a little bit of that. I need to get shoot, hold on. I'm gonna have to get the right key because it's so important that I started in the right key, because the portion I'm gonna do is like the bridge, and then it goes into, it modulates into a different key, because that's the portion that gives me the most trouble. And I had it queued up and then I lost it. Hold on just a second. I'm scared to start it in the wrong key, because if I get it too high, it'll be weird. Hold on. I'm not gonna play the music. I just need to hear it for the, hold on. The key, sorry guys. Hold on. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna start the bridge and then go into the last chorus that's in the new key. Okay. Oh, it's Get Out and Stay Out. The one that I talked to you about. All right. Dreams and plans are in the making. Success is out there for the taking. Wish it was as simple as it sounds. I have no choice, I have to do it. Face the future and walk into it. Now that I'm unfettered and bound, so get out and stay out. I finally had enough. Don't kiss me on your way out. Wouldn't move me much. You use me, you abuse me. You cheated and you lied. So get out and stay out. I'm taking back my life. And then I won't do an ending, but.
Woo! That thing was cutting out all over the place, but I heard it, and I got to see the majority of your face. You can hear me? Yeah, it was cutting out a lot, but woo, yeah, that's a big belt. That's okay. No, I can hear it.
Yes.
Yeah, can you step back from the computer a little bit? Yeah, let's try that. Give me the get out and stay out again.
Okay. Get out! The key change, okay.
Yeah, that's right. That was right. Get out and stay out.
And stay. I finally had enough. Don't kiss me on your way out. It wouldn't move me much.
Okay,
You
okay, good,
use
good.
me, abuse me. And I'm
Good.
sitting too. I probably need to stand.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next thing. Yeah, you're gonna need to stand on this one. So it does help being a little bit further back. It was crackling. I think you were just too close to the microphone. So standing up. So before you stand up though, the way you place the vowels, I think will help out a lot. So the words are because before that you're not really doing a lot of belting. Yeah. So get out. Mm-hmm. You're going get.
I'm trying to place it forward, but sometimes I get, well, one, I'm out of practice singing it, but the only way it works is if I move it forward like that. But sometimes I get worn out. It's such a belty song, and then I think I just start to relax a little bit because I'm just tired.
Yeah.
You know, and it does that. See, this is after the key change, but it's that the entire song.
Yep.
And
yep.
it sounds
so even
simple,
when you
but
just said the word get, you said it very flat and wide. So how you're saying those words, so get out and stay out. If you can get used to saying the words like that, very similar to what I told Aaron, not as much, but more very vertical. So get out and stay out. Can you just say that just like that? So get out.
So get out and stay out.
Okay.
Get more.
Can
more.
you
That's
raise?
kind of still back.
Yeah, it does. It sounds back. Can you raise the back of your tongue? Get out.
Get out.
Yes. It's gonna feel like it's right there.
And stay. It does.
Yeah.
Get out and stay out. I finally had enough.
So when you breathe, I finally had enough. Now, breathe in the lift. I finally. Yes.
I finally breathe in the lift.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I am breathing back.
Yes. And when you were saying it, your cheeks were like right here. You need them up here. Yeah, okay. Like that whole time. It's almost like you're just gonna anchor everything to the top of the mouth, and then the voice, now get out and stay out. I finally got his up. It's just digging right here.
Just don't let it fall back.
Yes.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay.
It does.
So practice.
Because there's certain times when I do it right and I don't feel as worn out. And I know it's because there's places in there where I'm relaxing down because I'm tired and I need to just keep it. But this song just it wears me out, and I really have to build up a stamina. Like when we were in, when I do it, I would have to sing it like full out 3 times to even kind of jog, warming up.
So
because
what warm-ups are you doing to get ready for that?
Well, I mean, I do the standard, I always start out with lip trills, and then I basically do all of the standard warm-ups, your lip trills, your hums, I ease into it. But when I get to this, no, I do the fire, the descending.
Yeah.
But when time for me to sing it, I never feel like I'm ready unless I actually just sing the song.
Yeah. So you need more mask exercises. So when I'm getting someone into my smile exercises, I go in the wang, wang, wang. And that's my thing. Okay. Wangy, wangy, wang.
I remember that
wang, 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 wang. And I mean obnoxious as all get out. Wang, 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 wang. Wang, 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 wang. So you are warming up that portion of your placement. Because lip trills, ahs, and things like that are going to get you in the placement that of the, you know, the operatic placement, if you will. But what you need, you need to get, instead of just going right to singing the song, you're gonna have to do warm-ups that put you right in that place.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so get up. And another thing, I'm gonna do, Rod, put in the chat who's next, because I don't want to lose time. But another thing that I want you to work on, you're not gonna like me for this. Go ahead and stand up real quick. Can y'all see me? You're not gonna like me on this one. But when you talk about the stamina, have you done the can you see my legs?
Yeah.
Can you do this? Now
and I have.
Stay out. I finally had my girl. Can you give me that little bitty running man?
Okay.
Okay.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now.
Yeah, run first. Do the shuffle first.
Okay. Now get out and stay out. I finally had enough.
Okay.
No, I
you get
I
what
get
I'm
it.
trying
It's the whole mask and the running thing that's getting me.
Okay. So I would say do the running thing. Those are the two singers. Okay, good. So we do have time for questions, but do the running thing, and you could practice lip trilling on that melody so that you're not having to focus too much on the words.
Yeah. While running.
So you can get used to the breath flow you need to keep those phrases going. Okay. Because you're going to get out of breath. I imagine that this portion of the song, you're probably going to be moving a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what the staging is.
You know, they didn't have me. It was mostly focus on him and don't move a lot. I didn't move around the stage a lot, but it was a lot of power movements, if you will.
Okay.
You know, just pointing at him and that type of thing.
Yeah. So he asked, what does a running in place do? Vote. Really, it helps to ground, not really ground, but it helps to build up the stamina in the breath support. So that if you are, when you're doing things like that, where the phrases are right on top of each other, you really have to work hard to get the breath to fill up your breath, because you're winded. So the running in place really helps me to firm up this core right here, so that no matter what happens, I can maintain that pressure. Okay, I can maintain the pressure I need from the abdominals and take away the pressure from here. And so I really am trying to get you to take away the pressure from the throat when you're doing things like that. Does that did I lose you to Marcio? He got his question in the chat. Did that help? Did that answer your question? Yes. Yes. Okay, great. Any other, well, first of all, yeah, the run in place. I know it's going to be a lot, but trills on that so that you don't have to tire yourself out trying to do both at the same time. And then when you're used to the breath flow needed for that section, then start with the words, and then make sure you're speaking it as well. So get out and stay out. When I'm talking like this, I feel no pressure here. I'm not squeezing here. Yes, no, I'm not squeezing in the throat at all. I'm only pinching in the very roof in the very front of my mouth. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, in the back of your tongue.
I have to work hard to not get. I have to work hard to not get jaw tension.
Yes.
Which was a big thing, like jaw.
So when you're saying it, so get out and stay out. You see, I can still say what I need to say while I'm wiggling my jaw. And it's still intelligible. Yeah. So yeah, you can be able to wiggle your jaw and use it when you need to, but you don't want the jaw to lock. So get out
So get out and stay out. So get out and stay out. I finally found my something.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. Did we have any other questions? If not, I'm gonna do a little bit more. I'll see the questions as they come in. Because mainly, yeah, when you are coming down, you've got to work on that as well, that you're keeping it up, because the lower notes are going to be more comfortable for you anyway. But you have to think about, you're coming down to get right back up. So if you lose that momentum and you get too relaxed, then you're going to push yourself back up, which is going to cause that tension. Can you do that one more time? And I want you to put your hand on your chest and tell me what, are you feeling the chest kind of clench inward, or is it staying relaxed?
So, is that the right key? I'm trying to make sure it's full.
Yeah.
So get out. So get out and stay out. I finally had enough. Don't kiss me on your way out. It wouldn't move me much.
Okay.
Wouldn't move.
Yes.
Better.
Wouldn't move me much.
So what did you feel in your chest?
I felt myself pull it back. I'm not really feeling anything in my chest.
So you didn't feel it. I saw it doing this and going up and down. You didn't feel it doing that?
Maybe I wasn't aware enough.
Okay, try one more time. And what I'm looking for is if that chest sinks down on a high note, if you're going so get, instead of so get out, if that sternum falls down, it's gonna tighten and collapse down on the lungs. So we have to be very careful to keep the chest bone and the sternum up. We don't want to over expel it, but we definitely want it up so the lungs can still stay flexible.
I'm singing up some phlegm.
Yeah.
So right there.
Okay.
So
Wait. So the way you're starting the so, if you put too much weight on it, it's gonna make the higher note even more difficult. So. Can you try that? So do you feel the higher note on your soul?
I'm trying to place the higher note on my soul. I'm not sure if I'm doing it.
Did you feel like if you were doing it before, you can go back to that, but it sounded like it was very far
I wasn't
back.
doing it before.
Okay.
No, I wasn't.
So.
That time I did.
So anytime you want to know how to place the lower note, come from the upper one and see how you land on that. So get up and
okay.
So
get out and stay out.
Yes. So when you come back, get out and you drop it down, get out and stay out. So all of that is just going to have to fit up here.
Yeah, I think the and is what kills me.
Yeah.
Every single time. And I forget to leave it up because I feel like I'm just like, I'm so worn out. Oh, I'm so worn out.
You gotta stay everything up here.
Yeah. If everything is up there. Yep. Yep. And if you can just practice that movement. Turn it into a vocalise. That's my recommendation.
Okay.
Turn it into a vocalist. Yeah, I definitely heard more ring and focus as well. So da ba ba da ba ba da ba da. Girl, you was tour. You got higher notes than me. And stay out.
I can't belt them though. Belting them is so new for me.
It's right here. Yeah.
Okay.
See if that works. Put your thumb right there. Song, don't get
it did work.
And so your out didn't really hit the thumb, did it? Get was there, but out fell further back. Get out. Sing right into that thumb for out. You're probably not gonna like how it comes out. You're gonna refine it more and more when you get used to that placement. But if you're just right there, get out and stay out. I find how I have right there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Great. Oh yeah, that's a big belt. We'll work some more.
Yeah.
We'll definitely work some more. Did we have any other questions? Rod, why don't you drop in the chat again the whatchamajiggy, the group for Facebook. Thank you. Any other questions? If not, I will adjourn this meeting, this masterclass. Angela, anything? Miss V?
No, ma'am.
All right. How you doing, Miss V? I can't hear you.
Okay, here I go. You know, I'm getting used to all this technology stuff.
Yeah.
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
Well, we used your ABC warm-up. They had to come on as well, so I got to send you some copies of what they did.
Oh, please do. I'm going to put up some more.
Oh, we loved it. Loved it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully I'll have information for you guys if you're interested in the conditioning, the boot camp. And I'll get that going, and you'll have more exercises to work with, especially for the mask placement, Tasha and Aaron, especially for that. I've got a lot of exercises for that in the program. But yeah, if there's nothing more, I appreciate you guys being here. Share the flyer so you let other folk know and tell them to come on in the room for the next master classes. I'll be doing them every other Monday. And I'm getting used to doing the online as well. So that's another reason why I wanted to keep offering them. So I get used to being able to give vocal instruction online, and I can't put my hands on folk, you know? So
I understand.
Yeah, it's a challenge. It is a challenge, but I'm cutting my teeth at it. I'm getting better. I feel like I'm getting better at it. So again, I appreciate you guys, and let everybody know when the next one is coming up. All right.
Will do.
All right, be blessed. Oh, I have to play the theme song. Wait. And this takes us out. Thank you guys.
Have a good one.
You too.
I love the thing.